What's up, guys? Young Badman back again. Got another deck profile for you guys today. Today it's going to be a starter deck mod for the Crimson Sand starter deck. So all you need to build this is two starter decks and a couple of commons, uncommons, and rares from other booster packs. This deck doesn't take any super rares or promos to build. So if you're a new player looking to hop right in, then this is something that you can try out that doesn't really take much investment. So let's get into it. Now, I decided to use the Son Goku Childhood Leader over the one that comes in the starter deck. I feel like this one's better for a swap deck since he helps you find your pieces easier. And on his back, he still has pressure like the Super Saiyan 4 in the starter deck does. So on the front, when this attacks a leader card, you can discard a Goku Lineage from your hand and draw two cards. And this will help you find the pieces that you need sooner since you are a combo deck pretty much. And when he awakens at 4 less life, you switch 2 of your energy to active mode. On the back, Legacy Bearer Son Goku, when it attacks, you draw a card and you give himself and one of your Goku's Lineage battle cards plus 5,000 power. So technically, he's netting you like 3 cards. He's giving you 1 physical card and 2 like virtual cards with the 5,000 power on the leader and the 5,000 to one of your Goku's Lineage. And that's a really powerful ability that shouldn't be slept on. So that's why I decided to use this leader over the Super Saiyan 4 from the starter deck. So now let's get into it. I'm gonna start off with the swap line. Um, for Adopt This Father Son Gohan, he's gonna start your swap off. He costs 1 and has swap 2, so you can play him and then just put him back in your hand and play a 2-drop with Goku's Lineage. He's also got blocker. Now, if you know for a fact that you want to get into the game and you want to invest into the game because you want to play and you want to play the swap deck, then I highly suggest getting the Bardock the Progenitor instead of the Grandpa Gohan. This is a super rare from Colossal Warfare and it's a bit pricey. It's about $20 right now, but it's definitely worth the price if you decide to get into the deck. But you don't absolutely need it to get started playing with this deck. But this card will take this deck from like 60 to 100. So if you decide that you want to get this card, it's definitely worth the investment. It's going to be worth the $20. It's going to hold value for a while. Next in the lineage line is Intrepid Dynasty Son Gohan. He's your 2-drop and he's got barrier. So they're not really going to be able to get rid of it very early. And for 2 energy, he can swap into a 3-drop. The 3 drops you have are Indomitable Dynasty Super Saiyan Goku, who also has Barrier and Swap 4 for 2 yellow energy, and Ultimate Potential Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan, who has Swap 4 for 2 yellow energy. And when he comes into play, you can KO a rest mode battle card. That's a very powerful ability. Every deck needs some removal, so this guy brings that for you. The 4-drop that you swap into is Discover Dynasty Son Gohan. This one's really good. It's got 20,000 power and barrier, so it's going to be really hard to get rid of. And when you play it with swap, draw 2 cards. The draw 2 cards is very important because by the time you play him, you're going to need more cards to keep up with your opponent. And he can swap into a 5-drop for 3 energy. That's also really powerful. Plucky Dynasty Pan is your super combo. She also has swap, but don't swap into her. She doesn't have any way to protect her, so she would just get blown up instantly, and it'll stop your swap chain. You don't want that to happen. You just want to use her as a super combo. Now for our 5-drop swaps, we've got Reborn Might Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. He has Activate Main. You can put a card from your life into your hand to switch him to active mode, and if you have 2 or less life, he gains Triple Strike for the duration of the turn. And this is really good with your leader because since he gets to attack twice, the plus 5,000 that your leader gives him can be really strong. And this is what you use to go for game most of the time because it's going to be so powerful swinging twice. Now, Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku at the Apex is the other 5-drop. This one's not as powerful, but it's still definitely worth including. It's got barrier, so they're not going to be able to use removal to get rid of it. It's also got double strike, and when you play this card, if your leader's Goku Lineage, KO one of your opponent's battle cards. So you're going to set them back a card, and you're going to have a very powerful battle card out pretty much for the rest of the game. He's 25,000. That's a sweet spot that you want to be at when you're attacking an opponent's leader. That'll make sure you get at least 2 cards from their hand. And lastly, for the swap package is Successor of Hope. This is a rare from Colossal Warfare, and this card is nuts because for 0 energy, you don't have to pay anything. You just play the card. You search your deck for Goku's Lineage with swap, cost 5 or less. So any part of this combo that you need, you can just go and get it from your deck. It's no downside to this card at all. You want to run 4 copies because you want to make sure that you're swapping every turn, so you can keep tempo with your opponent. And this card helps make sure you do that since this is kind of a combo deck. Um, all right, now I want to talk about Time's Choice Supreme Card of Time. She's a black card, so she's got Overwhelm 3. So as long as you have any 3 cards in your drop area, you remove your whole drop from the game and you play her for no energy. And when you play her with Overwhelm, she looks at the top 3 cards. You reveal a battle card, add it to your hand, and send the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. So this is just another free way to dig for the piece that you need, and it's also got 15,000 power. So when it attacks your opponent, they're either gonna have to take a life or give up a card from their hand. All right, so now I want to talk about Unwavering Solidarity Shigesh. I would run 4 of this because I'm risky like that, but I have 2 in here because there's a card out right now that counters this card. This card is very powerful, and they needed to make a silver bullet to stop it. So um, some people include it in their deck and some don't. So in case they aren't playing it in their deck, I have 2 of them in here. And what he does is when you're at 4, it's a super combo, so you can only have a total of 4 uh, between Pan and Shugesh. So I've got 2 and 2. And when you combo with this card, if your life is 4 or less, it gains 10,000 power. And you play a Sand with an energy cost of 3 or less from your hand. You don't have to pay its cost or anything, it just comes straight to the field. So what you can do is use Shugesh to bring out this Indomitable Dynasty Super Saiyan Son Goku for free, and use 2 energy to swap into the 4-drop to draw 2 cards. Very good move. Like that's just insane value off of the Shugesh. Also, there's the Ultimate Potential Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan. When he comes into play, he KOs a rest mode battle card. Now, if your opponent's attacking you with a battle card, they can combo up to whatever. It doesn't matter how much power it is. If you use this combo here, um, and you KO that rest mode battle card that's attacking, the battle's over. It doesn't matter how much power they had, what you combo or anything. The card's not there anymore, so the battle's over. And that's a really good way to keep you alive as well. That's why I had to include 2 Shugesh in this deck. It's too good. It's one of the best cards in the game, even with a card out to counter it right now. So now I'll, I'll go on to Time 10 Kamehameha. It's a yellow extra card, and when you play it, if your leader is Goku's Lineage with Son Goku in the name, it gains 15,000 power and double strike for the duration of the turn. So this is also a really good card to close out the game. For this one card, your leader will be at 35 double strike, just this one card. And 35 is a huge number. That's gonna take 3 cards out of their hand to stop minimum. So if you go even higher than that, you can really, really push your game easy with this Time 10 Kamehameha. And next is Battering Laser. I have this in here because you want to try to go for game with your Reborn Might Super Saiyan 4 with the triple strike. And just so they can't counter it so easy, I include the Battering Laser to make sure if they're holding on to a counter to stop that triple strike that the attack is going to at least go to the combo step. Now, this is a budget deck. That's why I did include Battering Laser. But if this was not a budget deck, I would cut out the battering and cut 1 more card, probably this Reborn Might for Height of Mastery Son Goku. This is the 8-drop that the 5 drops can swap into, and it's got deflect, so it can't be countered. It's got triple strike and dual attack with 35,000 power, which is incredible. And when you play a card with swap, you choose 3 of your opponent's battle cards and energy, ignoring barrier, and switch them to rest mode. So they kind of can't counter this because it's got deflect, and you're going to be switching their energy to rest mode, so they can't use a counter on this. And so like I said, if you want to invest into the game, this one's not too expensive, but the price did go up from when the set first came out. I think I might sell mine now that it's worth something. But Yeah, this one's not too expensive, and it's a really cool card to bring out. So, like I said, if you want to invest, I will replace Battering Laser with this. All right, now for the defensive package, 4 Master Roshi Force of Will. It's just a simple negate for 1 yellow energy. If your opponent attacks you, you can pay the yellow energy, counter the attack, and play this card. So it'll be on the field after you play it instead of going to the drop, which means that you can combo with it. So this card has a lot of utility and is really good in mono yellow decks. Now I've got 2 Flying Nimbus. It's a counter, so you counter an attack when you play it, and you can discard a yellow card from your hand. That's pretty much any card in your deck except Time's Choice. And then they can only attack with battle cards 1 more time that turn. And this is good because since you're a combo deck, you're going to need to go on longer um, to make sure that you can pull your combo off. And this will stop them from going all in at you with a bunch of battle card attacks. Um, so that's why I included 2 of them. You can include more if you feel like you need more. And lastly, I've got 4 Instant Transmission. It's a simple counter, like Master Roshi. You just pay a yellow and stops the attack. But with this card, instead of paying yellow, paying its cost, since your leader is Goku's Lineage, you can just put 1 of your life into your hand instead of paying its cost. Now, you might think, why would you do that instead of just taking a hit? Well, if you use this and you take a life, instead of paying the cost. When you negate a critical attack, then it's kind of the same thing, except you're getting the life to your hand and losing an instant transmission from your hand instead of losing a card from your life if you were to do that. Also, when you stop an attack, it stops the offense step from going off, so they won't be able to use powerful combos like Unyielding Trunks or Senzu Bean if you negate the attack. So you can really cut your opponent's turn short if you use instant transmission. Even if you're tapped out, you can still take a life, and that's really powerful. So that's the deck. It's really solid. Every game you should aim towards getting out one of these two, and then you can use Shugesh to start another swap line, start bringing stuff out for cheap. You've got decent defensive options, and you've got plenty of offensive options with Battering, Thompson, Kamehameha, and your leader is giving more power to your battle cards as well. So I think it's a real well-rounded deck that can easily be upgraded with the Bardock and the Hada Mastery Son Goku. Um, so I added all the cards to my shopping cart here on TCG Player, 51 cards. It's $44.83, which isn't bad. The Master Roshis are kind of high. I didn't realize that they're that expensive, but it's still a good card worth having. So $44 is pretty cheap in my opinion for a deck. It's not a lot of money to invest. So let me know what you guys thought about this deck. Uh, if you do try it out, leave a comment and tell me, is it good? Is it bad? Um, what would you change about it? And was it affordable enough for you? You know, just leave a comment or whatever, and like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Quick little edit. I'm doing this after I made the video. If that shopping cart was too expensive, you can replace Master Roshi with Destruction Occupation Frieza. This is a really good card. It comes into play after you combo with it, and it gives 10,000 power. And that will reduce the price of a shopping cart to $36.95. Woohoo! I just saved you a couple dollars. All right.